Hey everybody, how's it going? Redeyedjedi here, and welcome to Flare Daily. Today, as of recording, Flare is trading at $1.04, close to $1.05. It is up 1.91% on the 24-hour, with a 24-hour high of $1.11, almost $1.12. And a 24-hour low of 98 cents. And this right here, just keep in mind, is the Flare IOU on Bitrue. The link is down in the description. So go ahead and check it out. Now, here we go. Flarefinance redefining DeFi ecosystem with smart contracts for XRP and LTC. This is an older article, but sometimes these older articles are good to read because sometimes they'll bring, something to light that maybe we didn't see in the past. So keep that in mind. Flare Network is creating a new benchmark in the cryptocurrency industry with the state-of-the-art solutions. Upon its launch around the second quarter of 2021, Flare Network would provide integration for Litecoin, XRP, and Dogecoin, which would allow the tokens to operate trustlessly on the network with smart contracts. Harnessing the revolutionary Flare networks is Flarefinance, which will bring smart contracts on XRP, LTC, and Dogecoin, enabling utility and ownership to the users within the decentralized finance ecosystem. Flarefinance is an entirely separate entity and does not come under Flare Network or Ripple Inc. It is an independent protocol operating on the Flare network, enhancing the capabilities of the XRP and LTC tokens within the Flare ecosystem. The highly sophisticated and robust system leverages the immense capabilities of the decentralized finance ecosystem through its financial products. The products are designed by highly efficient and dexterous experts who understand the intricacies of the financial and blockchain space. Through these products, the XRP, LTC, and Flare token holders would be able to leverage their holdings without any third-party intermediaries. Flare networks boast of immensely robust smart contracts, which Flarefinance utilizes to offer profitable spot trading and P2P margin trading with non-custodial liquidity pools and decentralized insurance coverages. The protocol captures the power of Flare Network and accentuates it to deliver high benefits to the customers. Through the use of smart contracts developed on the Flare Network, Flarefinance is building a highly capable, trustless financial ecosystem that uses XRP, LTC, and Dogecoin to start. They will be adding more. Just keep that in mind. They may add some more before the network launches. From what I heard, they are working on the code to add these other tokens. I don't want to say what they are yet, but it will be exciting to see when this happens. So more likely it's going to happen before the launch. Adding a few more tokens, and then once the network launches, Flare holders will be able to vote on what other tokens come into the system. All right, products. With its suite of high intuitive, market-leading, and futuristic products, the Flarefinance team is striving to offer a comprehensive and all-around banking utility to its customers. FlareX is a fast, intuitive, and efficient spot and margin trading platform that deciphers trading intricacies and allows traders to benefit in a hassle-free manner. Flare Farm is another robust yield farming and governance platform where the yield farmers can benefit. Flare Loans allow the users to attain collateralized loans in a decentralized finance space in a secure way. Flare Mutual can be utilized by the customers to invest in risk-based mutual funds to benefit from their assets. Flare USD is a solution that offers the distribution of stablecoins pegged on the US dollar. Tokens. Flare and trustless XRP tokens would utilize in the Flare Finance products, while their native tokens would be used within the protocol for rewards and fees. Yield Flare, native token for staking and trading. The token would be used on the FlareX platform for an exchange fee and used for trading and during token swaps. yfin. It is a low supply token for yield farming and governance and can be mined using the Yield Flare token and other cryptos. It also acts as a governed token with the Flare Finance system. And if you're not familiar with yfin and Flare Finance, when you stake your assets in a liquidity pool on Flare Farm, you will be farming yfin, which will have a lower supply than all the other tokens, which means it's going to be worth a lot more. So this is what we're going to be farming in the farm. And you have a few options. You could either hold on to that yfin, you could go ahead and find a pool to use it in, or you can trade that yfin for any other asset that's on the Flare network, and then you can put those assets into the farm. We'll go over that more when the competition opens back up, when they open up the Flare network. I will be doing plenty of videos on that. All right, reward program. The Flare Finance team is continually striving to ensure that its products are a class apart and offer maximum utility and efficiency to the users. While the adept development and testing team leaves no stone unturned in fine-tuning the finalized products, it intends to go an extra mile in ensuring quality. Thus, Flare Finance launched a reward program which sought applications from volunteers to test its various decentralized finance products. At least 200 users are required to participate in the reward program. Summing up, Flare Finance Protocol would launch on the Flare network and provide the most agile and resourceful decentralized platform to the LTC, XRP, Dogecoin, and Flare token holders. Flare Finance would ensure maximum utility to the token holders and developers with its efficiency design framework and transparent system. The integration of XRP and LTC would bestow more efficiency to the LTC and XRP tokens by increasing composability and making them more interoperable, so you can follow Flare Finance on social media for regular updates. Yes, there are plenty of people you could find on social media, and the main one to check out is Twitter. You could follow Flare Finance, Flare Network, Deep Space Flare, Mr. Fresh Time, which is Mickey B. Fresh, and me, of course, RedEyedJedi. So, very good article here. Next, I thought, I know I mentioned this yesterday in the video, but I was going to go over it again just because I want to show how everyone is talking about this. This is what I mean by I'm okay with the Flare Finance NFT being sold for $10,000 right now. The network hasn't even launched yet. And what that's going to do is create a lot of buzz, get everyone talking about this NFT and about Flare Finance and the Flare network. So here on You Today, it says Flare Finance's NFT sold for over $10,000 ahead of public beta relaunch. I mean, that's a huge opening just right there. You know, ahead of the public beta relaunch, 10,000. So it's huge, and everyone's going to be talking about it. And you could click this little thing here, or you could go to Twitter, go to Flare Finance, and you could check it out. Also, at the end of my video, it plays this NFT, the one that sold. That's the one that I own. Over here, Ethereum might be the next F asset on Flare. And then they put community because he heard it from Flare community. And so here, I'll go over this article. It's a very small article. The community behind Flare and EVM, a compatible Turing-complete smart contract environment that launches in mainnet in Q2 2021, has begun a discussion with the new F asset. Meanwhile, the first ever Flare-based DeFi has released a comprehensive review of its design. Will Flare add Ethereum as an FS asset? Community Flare, which you can also find on Twitter here at Community Flare, and he's also on YouTube as community or as Flare Community. Anyways, Flare Community, an account on Flare, blockchain's enthusiast, suggested one more addition to Flare's ecosystem. A proposal to add Ethereum as an F asset is now being discussed by Flare community supporters. There we go. Flare enthusiasts noted that the release of fETH on Flare would allow Ethereans to send their tokens at a reasonable cost. Thus, Flare will evolve into yet another possible solution to the exorbitant Ethereum fee problem. So this was something that we actually had discussed back in private beta before it even went public. And there was a bunch of us. I remember we were sitting around in a chat room talking one night, and someone had mentioned, hey, you know what would be a great idea is if the Flare network picked up Ethereum or Bitcoin, on the network, and then basically that opens the doorway for everyone to jump on the Flare network. Very easy with no gas fees, really. I mean, very low gas fees. There are gas fees, but very, very low compared to what you're paying now. Like, it's nothing. So what's the best way? When you got, so many people into just say Bitcoin alone. Bitcoin, it really has no use case other than a store of value. And even at that, it's not all that great. You want to put money on Bitcoin, it's ridiculous in gas prices, right? And to take it off, it's the same. No one wants to mess with all those gas fees. So if Flare picked up Bitcoin, then all you'd have to do is jump over to Flare Swap, and you could go ahead and swap your Bitcoin or Ethereum onto the Flare network, and it would run much quicker. It would actually have a use case. All of a sudden, Bitcoin will have smart contracts. Think about it. So there's a lot that is going to be done with Flare Finance and the Flare network. I'm very excited for this. I can't wait. In 2021, Ethereum fees increased by an order of magnitude. During periods of maximum network congestion, initiating one Uniswap trade was worth $100 to $150. As covered by You Today previously, the Flare community has the right to vote on new F assets, native tokens of Flare blockchain pegged to other assets. fdoge, fltc, fxrp, fada already exist on the Flare F assets. The Flare finance mechanisms are explained in detail review. The majority of Flare community activists are enthusiastic about the possibility of a new release. It may be established itself as one of the more asset of interoperability between Flare and Ethereum, as Flare's smart contracts will be fully compatible with Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM, from day one of its release. Meanwhile, Flare Finance, the first ever Flare-based decentralized financed ecosystem, has released a comprehensive guide to all of its elements. The massive document provides a detailed explanation of all of Flare Finance's modules, decentralized exchange, yield farming tools, lending, borrowing mechanisms, mining incentivization instruments, and so on. So this one was a really good article. And this was on You Today. Now, it was just rumor. We've just been talking about Ethereum. There's no official word that it's going to be on the network, but it would be great if it did. And then jumping over here to Twitter real quick, I wanted to show that someone wanted to post that they've been noticing more misinformation on Twitter around flarenetworks. Please get involved with Community Flare, Mr. Fresh Time at Redeyedjedi to learn accurate information. And I did put myself in because I'm not as well known as them, but I do cover the same subjects. Remember, Flarenetworks, flarefinance, and Trustline Inc. are separate entities. Flarenetworks will launch first. Of course, Flarenetworks has to launch, and then you got flarefinance, which I believe they both basically launch in tandem. I could be wrong. Trustline Inc. is payments. There's a lot coming on, and I'll be touching on more of that in another video. And then instead of scrolling down, and I opened that in a new tab because there was a comment here I wanted to show. So, Flare education moment on Flarenetworks. It's bigger than we thought. XRP-HODL and lend out Trustline Inc. Borrow against when needed money. Create stable coins. RE, yeah, I think it was RE, and lend out for TCN interest. Get free Flare daily, send to XRP Ledger, using flarefinance DeFi, and then Probity Bank. Says, great summary, Steve. Flare Network users will have quite a range of passive income options, from the flarefinance DeFi suite to minting F assets to projects from Trustline Inc. and of course Spark Vote delegation to signal providers. And that's just for starters. And yes, there's a lot in Flare, and it's more than just what one video can hold. So we'll just have to keep hammering out these videos. And then right here, even Banjo Samurai, a part of the Flare community, he says, pay attention to Ari from Trustline, another great project being developed on the Flare network. So we'll definitely have to check that out. And I will do another video on Ari later. This right here is Flare Daily, so we are talking Flare. I have one more article we're going over, and it is Gala Gaming, the dawn of gaming on Flare. Now, this was posted on January 28th, 2021, but is a very good article of Gala. So, Bitcoin was founded with the belief that the prevailing economic system gives too much power to the institutions that have formed around it. For too long, many of our economic and commercial relationships have not given any consideration to the end users. Themselves are invaluable participants and stakeholders in an ecosystem. Smart contract platforms are a tool to archive swift and substantial redress. Here, capitalism can thrive, but those who participate can have a real and immutable stake in the system. An egregious example of where the commercial relationship is particularly imbalanced is the gaming industry. Here, the users, gamers, are the principal drivers of profits reaped by developers and publishers. Often the games by people play are a major part of their lives, a great source of enjoyment and community interaction, and a large expenditure of time. These gamers rarely have anything other than a zero stake in the system. Can be a subject to the arbitrary decisions of the game owner decisions of the game owner and are rarely able to fully reap the economic benefits of their participation. Gaming is not a small business, and the situation should be different, and it will be. Imagine instead of being beholden to developers and publishers that a game and everything in it is decentralized and well governed. Imagine further that the assets you own in a game that you brought or worked for belong to you and are yours. Do what you want with. This is the use case for smart contract technology that we passionately believe in. Not only do we think that enabling a more equitable model for gaming will result in better games, but we believe it will result in a much bigger gaming economy. And I do agree. When you go and you play these games, like just say Call of Duty, for instance. Now they want you to buy all these different blueprints for guns, right? And it's cool, but then what happens when the next version of the game comes out? All of the stuff you just spent your money on goes away. And that's kind of ridiculous. Everyone needs to work on it to where, it doesn't have to be cross, game from one game to another as far as different, like going from Mario to Zelda, okay? But if it's going from Call of Duty to Call of Duty, I think it should all be the same. Now, there are two creators for the Call of Duty games. That's why they have the Black Ops and then they have Modern Warfare, because the developers for Black Ops own the rights to zombies and Modern Warfare does not. So they have they built their own thing, and I like the way it's being set up now, right? So, and if you're not a gamer, just bear with me. They have in the center, which is called Warzone. It's free, everyone can play. But then to the right, you have Warfare, and to the left, you have Black Ops. So what they need to do is whenever you buy something in, say, Black Ops, anytime they come out with a new Black Ops game, those guns should automatically transfer over to the next game. Once those maps come out, they should keep those maps and you own those maps and can play on them at any time when they keep coming out with the new games. And the same thing with Modern Warfare. It's all of it should stay there, especially when we're starting to pay real money. They want $20 for a blueprint gun. You better believe that I want you to, when you come out with Black Ops 4, I want that gun to be able to trade over to that game. And someone also mentioned in a video I was watching yesterday where they're talking about, someone was seeing, if it was a good idea to trade 2 dogs for a dragon in a game. So basically your assets, your NFTs that you buy or whatever, the token in the game, a weapon, whatever, that you can trade it for other things in that game or other games. Like if they want it really decentralized, it would be great if there was a platform open to where I could buy something in one game and carry it over into another. And it wouldn't work for all games, but you get me? Like we want everything connected. Anyways, when we first spoke to Eric Scheremeyer, the CEO of Gala Games and the co-founder of Zynga, which is also a great gaming company, we realized that we were talking with someone who shares our thinking. As such, we are genuinely delighted to announce that Gala Games are planning to integrate with Flare. The initial functionality planned by Gala Games is to enable and incentivize the mini tag of Gala Games game-related NFTs onto Flare. NFTs are more correctly termed non-fungible tokens, and in this Gala Games usage of them, they represent in-game assets such as a car or an axe or anything. A particular NFT could even have uses in multiple games, like I was saying. The key here is that the in-game assets, the NFTs, belong to the owner and only to the owner. Hence, they can be bought and sold, used as collateral for loans, or wrapped into any product that one can wish. Instead of just being a car or an axe used in a game, they are real assets with potential for economic uses. We believe that such assets can be a way to earn money from enjoying gaming and could form new use case for DeFi. So think about that. Really, really good article here. I'm not going to read the bottom. It just talks a little bit about Gala Games and final thoughts. But I wanted to just show, the Gala Games going on the Flare network. And even here, they're talking about being able to like, okay, so with Gala Games, the co-founder of Zynga, I'm sure you all know who Zynga is. Like, they make all the games for Facebook. They have tons of games on the App Store. And imagine you winning badges, okay, or your achievements. They can all be in one place. I know they have games where you go and um, you play a game, and if you beat this round and you do these things, you get this achievement, which can be something used later in another game. It could be a plant, it could be an axe, whatever, a puppy, and you could take that puppy along into any other Zynga game. It would be cool if they open it up more to go from multiple games. Doesn't matter who the creator is, but at least if it's all Zynga owned, those guns assets go with that one. Gala Games owned, it all goes with that. Makes sense. Same thing. I understand, like Black Ops, Smarter Warfare, everything Black Ops stays there, but at least keep it there. Don't take it away from me in a year or two when you come out with a new Black Ops game and then I have to re-buy everything. That's not going to fly in the future. With all of us spending a lot of money in the industry, the gaming industry is $1 billion industry, multi-billion dollar industry. So there's a lot to work on to bring everything together, but I'm excited for the future and where things are going. All right, everyone. Well, that is it for today's episode of Flare Daily. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, this is Redeyedjedi. Please like, share, and subscribe. And tell all of your friends. Make sure you invest in XRP and Flare. Always, XRP and Flare. That's the biggest ones. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye.